intro. What is going on, everybody, and welcome to a live show for the regular fan show. We haven't done one of these in a while, but things worked out. As I'm saying that, I think my dog is about to start barking at the door, like I very, very accurately predicted earlier before we started this, Bruce. But anyways, it's the regular fan show. It's your host, Vinny Fredericks, Bruce Juno. I'm pointing the right way this time because I'm in charge of the broadcast. That's why you might have heard our mics on during the intro. But
He's working out the
anyways,
kids. He's working out the kids.
anyways, how are we, buddy?
We're doing good. We're doing good. A little tired. A little tired. Was up kind of late trying to figure out my internet. Well, I was trying to do a bunch of stuff, but everything was
Yeah,
slow because of my internet. And so yeah. So I'm tired. But we're living, working through it. We're working
yeah.
through it.
I mean, fair enough. We're both going through it. I was up this morning for work at 4:30. You were going to bed probably around then.
Yeah, low key, dude.
That's
Because
funny.
I was trying to send stuff back and forth between my phone and my computer and do like clips and stuff, and just takes forever because my internet's like half work. I don't know
Yeah.
how to explain it.
No, I hear
Yeah.
you. It's like I'll be uploading something and one day it'll take 5 minutes. I'll go do it another day and it takes like 30. And what do you want me to do? Like, how does that happen? And this
Yeah, I thought I
this
was gonna
dog is
be
not going to
able
stop.
to run it this morning, but because like stuff's actually sent quickly this morning between myself. And then I went to open the program and it just didn't open. So we're running with Vinny's.
Yes, we are. I'm back. I'm back. Don't worry. Um, but yeah, it was a long night last night. The NFL draft, round one complete,
Yeah.
and not without its shockers for sure. Obviously Fernando Mendoza went number one.
He updated his LinkedIn.
Did he really?
Yep.
I did not see that.
Yep. His LinkedIn was updated.
So I don't know. I guess we'll go through the draft, um, pick by pick. We'll see how we feel. I don't remember. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember who the page. Oh, that's who. Okay. Anyways, starting at number one. Yeah, Fernando Mendoza. I don't. I, I don't really know what to say about him. I mean, I'm not fully
Not
convinced.
shocking at all.
Like, yeah, exactly. We all knew it was happening.
Yeah.
I'm kind of nervous for how it's going to go for him, but he does have Tom Brady within his organization. So I feel like if there's
Yeah.
anybody a rookie
The goat.
quarterback can learn from, it's Tom Brady.
It's the goat. The goat.
Yeah, I would say the GOAT is Emmitt Smith, but but yeah,
Megatron.
no real shocker there. Honestly, Megatron to me is the GOAT. Absolutely monster of a man, unstoppable. Wish he could have played 10 more seasons and wish he was not on the Detroit Lions so he could have, I don't know, won something.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair assumption.
Yeah. But at number two, Jets go with David Bailey out of Texas Tech. And you knew it was going to be him or Arvell Reese. But from what I've seen people saying, I personally thought they were going to go Arvell Reese. I would have picked Reese if I were picking at number two, but I don't think you can go wrong either way. Like they're both studs.
Yeah, and with the Jets, it's like they just geez, if they need anything, anything and
Yeah.
everything. So it's like you can't go wrong anywhere. I mean,
No.
you pretty much need anything but uh, a running back.
Yeah, but even then, who knows how much longer Brees Hall's going to be there?
Yeah, true, but like at this very moment, like
Yeah, because you
I
could
mean,
say
I guess they have.
they could still use another wide receiver with Garrett
Yeah,
Wilson.
exactly. They could use another wide receiver or two or three or four, and they no longer have their corner.
Hmm.
Like they could
They don't have their
yeah
defensive
they
tackle.
yeah they
They
don't have their defensive tackle. They're good players. They've got rid of half of them. So um yeah, they could go with anything.
yeah
Um I guess based on technicality, their only good players now were on the offensive side of the ball. So getting an edge was a smart play.
yeah. And I mean, who knows? The kid will probably be a stud. And it's like that one year that the Jags took Trayvon Walker number one, and then Lions got Aiden Hutchinson. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. You know that those two are one of the choices, and they're going to be good either way. So I think the Jets had overall a really good draft, to be honest with you, in the first round. We'll get to their other picks, but they're a
Yeah.
team that I've seen people saying as one of the winners. My Cowboys have been listed as a winner in round one. I forget who else
I
people are
mean
saying had a really
the
good first
Bills
round.
have racked in picks.
Yeah, like the Texans overpaid like crazy to go up to.
Hmm.
I think
Yeah.
the Bills traded away whatever pick it was 26. They got back 28, and then the Bills also
Traded
traded
28.
away. Yeah. But like, in the Texans trade, they also traded away like pick 98 and pick 114 or something and got back pick
Yeah.
69, somewhere around that range. Like that's unbelievable. But yeah, the Bills did stack up some picks there. I'm surprised. Like I'm not surprised that they traded back because that deal they got from Houston was too good to pass up. But um, I don't know what the Patriots offered for 28, but any in division trade, I feel
Um,
like you got to get something if you're going to be willing to do that.
yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was.
I'm just surprised the Bills opted not to take a player in the first round after a pretty disappointing season last year, to say the least.
Yeah, they could have drafted a head coach. Um,
No, 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 they got who they promote? Is it Joe Brady?
Joe Brady. Yeah,
No, yeah, they got Joe Brady, bro.
could have drafted a quarterback.
I think that's the one position they're that and running back. I think they're pretty set.
I don't know how many Super Bowl rings they have. How many Super Bowl appearances they have?
That is the metaphorical monkey on his back that he just
Was
can't
Sean
shake.
McDermott the problem?
We're gonna find out this year. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued to find out, but yeah, just surprised. I mean, there's a lot of talented. Like I feel like this is a class where, especially, I would have liked to see them take a wide receiver maybe first round. There were still a decent amount of wide receivers on the board. I know, obviously, the top guys were gone by pick 28, but there was still more guys that they could have looked at. One of them literally got drafted 30 by the Jets and is a guy that a lot of people think they got to steal. So, yeah, a little
Yeah.
surprised by the Bills' actions there. Were they the only team? And I'm not expecting you to have the answer, so I'm stalling while I Google it. But were the Bills the only team to not make a pick last night? I can't remember.
I don't know. My stuff's not loading.
Yeah, well,
So
you have an excuse. Your Wi-Fi doesn't exactly work. I just didn't really prep here.
oh,
Um,
there we go.
see
Uh,
see Google
the
AI.
Falcons.
The
The Falcons
Falcons.
didn't have
That's
a
right, because
first
they
round pick.
traded theirs for James Pierce Jr. last year. Okay. So they
The
were the
Bengals,
oh yeah, Bengals traded number 10. Yep.
the Broncos,
The Broncos traded 31 a bit ago,
the
right?
Packers,
Wow, so there was
the
way more
Colts,
there
the
was way
Jags.
more teams than I thought. I'm, s-
Uh,
I'm sitting here. I guess it makes sense because the Jets took three players, Cowboys took two, the
the
Titans took
49ers.
two. Yeah, there was no possible mathematical chance that the Bills were the only team that didn't make a first round pick last night. I don't know why I said that. We're gonna forget that I ever even posed the
Yeah,
question to you.
there was like seven.
Yeah, we're gonna forget I even said that. Um, and we're just gonna move on to pick number three, which I really don't know how to feel. To be fair, we don't really know anything about any of these players. It's just all on paper right now. We won't know till we see them get on the field. But Jeremiah Love goes number three to the Cardinals, and I I think that Jeremiah Love is the most talented player in this draft. I don't think Arizona taking him at three was the smartest choice because I don't know if they have the offensive line to necessarily have him give him a breakout season like you would want out of him. They still don't know who their quarterback is. And I know that they weren't going to draft one at number three, but I'm sure there were a lot of teams that would have liked to trade up. And obviously they didn't love
Yeah,
any of the offers, but if you could have got a buttload of picks, they could have gotten future first round picks, I'm sure, for number three. And if you couple that, maybe they get a couple first round picks for next year and take a quarterback next year in that stacked class. That could still be the plan, even with taking Jeremiah Love this year, but I feel like that makes it a little bit harder. I don't know. It was a head scratcher, but I also know that people aren't too surprised just because he is that talented, and it's not like
yeah. It's just
he's.
a pick where it's just like, okay,
They went
that
best
who
player.
like it's best player available. Yeah,
I don't know. He is very
as
versatile.
long as
Like
he's not like Amari DiMercato dropping the ball before he gets in the end zone, I think the Cardinals will be happy.
that's his name. I was talking yesterday, and I was like, who even was the Cardinals running back last year? Let's see. James Conner got hurt. They had Trey Benson for a
Or
bit. They had
yeah,
Michael Carter
Benson.
for a couple games, and then I was trying to remember Imari DiMercato because the
Yeah,
name I knew it started with a D. The name was escaping me for so long. But
yeah, they went through like five last year.
yeah, and guess who drafted James Conner over Ramondre Stevenson in fantasy? This guy. Which
I think I also drafted James Conner last year. I can't remember.
after the first week, it looked like I made the right choice. Connor had a touchdown. Ramondre got off to a slow start. And then, yeah, James Conner's leg exploded.
Yep, which
But,
was due.
yeah, but I'm excited to see Jeremiah Love play. Like, I just, I know it's not the most popular thing. I love seeing running backs get taken early because I feel like it's one of the rare positions besides maybe like quarterback where you can take a guy top five and they'll have an immediate impact on winning. Maybe it's because I grew up after watching the Cowboys draft Zeke number four and immediately make the playoffs after and start a new era. But I love seeing teams take running backs early if they're that talented. Obviously, it's a tough
Well,
position to
I
take
mean, that's
early,
what the
but
Raiders thought they were doing last year with Ashton Genty, and now they got the number one overall pick.
yeah. But I still think Genty will become a great running back. They were just awful last year.
Yeah, they were
I mean,
terrible.
from top bottom, from coaching to O line to
They
quarterback.
beat the Patriots
Yeah, that was week one, right?
week three.
Week three. My goodness. No, there was a crazy upset week one. Now I can't remember what it was. Whatever. Either way,
I mean, that wasn't even seen as an upset that early in the season.
yeah.
That made the Patriots 1-2.
Mm. Oh, who did the Bengals lose to in like week one? I think that's who it was. If I can even pull up their schedule from last year still. Okay, so it wasn't the Bengals. I have no idea. I no idea where my mind is going here, but anyways, forget that whole tangent.
Yeah, we'll move on
Yeah.
to pick four.
No. Eventually I'm gonna
Um,
remember, but right now I just got nothing. Yeah, Carnell Tate.
yeah,
Earlier than a lot of people expected, but I know Cam Ward has to be happy with that pick.
yeah. I mean, he's a stud. And I mean, you think of the Titans wide receiver core. They've got Jamar and DK, and they've got
They still have Calvin Ridley, right?
I think they do still have Calvin Ridley, and then they have what's
Elick
the other?
Iaman or
Yeah,
whatever.
Io Manor, dude. My head kept going Akuebanon, and
Oh,
I'm like,
it
why?
was
I was like, it's
it was week one
what?
that the Raiders beat the Patriots.
Oh, it was week one.
That's where the confusion came from.
Yeah, I still don't think that was seen as an upset necessarily that early.
No, but it was in hindsight, looking back on where both those
Yeah,
teams
yeah,
finished.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's what
yeah,
makes it
true.
crazy.
Um, but yeah, with DK and Io Manor, and I mean, Ridley was out the season, not the whole season, but like he was
Missed a
out.
lot of time.
Yeah, he was out. I think Carnell Tate's going to have an immediate impact. You know, I'm wondering what's going to happen with Calvin Ridley. Like,
Hmm.
you never really know there.
Could
And
be a trade
then,
piece.
I mean, yeah, DK broke out, and Io Manor was kind of stunting. And even if they get rid of Ridley or if they keep Ridley, I think Tate will play.
Oh, he'll definitely play.
And
It's like
yeah,
similar.
and I think with
Sorry, go ahead.
you're good. No, I was just gonna say I think with young QB, you know, you got a young QB out there, a young stud QB who showed flashes of greatness, of good moments.
Hmm.
Um, I think it doesn't hurt to put some weapons around him.
Yeah, I think it's similar to the Buccaneers. It's similar but different to the Buccaneers taking Egbuka last year because they already had some good wide receivers. But
Ibuka's a dog.
when you have a guy that talented at your disposal, it's one of those cases where you just take the best player. Like, it doesn't matter what hole you need to fill. You just go with the best player because he's that much more talented than the rest of the guys out there. So yeah, I could see them trading Ridley. I could see them holding on to Ridley and mostly using DK as a return man because that was his specialty last year. He had some good moments at receiver, but if they could make him, specifically a return man, I think that's where they would get the most impact from him. Obviously, I'm sure he wants to be a wide receiver. He doesn't want to be returning kicks his whole career, but
Yeah.
either way, they have a lot of good young receivers, so they have plenty of room to grow. If I'm the Titans, though, I'm going straight offensive line the whole next round. Whole next like three picks,
Yes.
I'm going offensive line. But
Yeah, because I mean, we'll get to who else they grabbed, but
yeah, because they did trade back in earlier. Number five,
yeah.
the one team that doesn't need an edge rusher that you could say. The one team that like
Well, there was a
explicitly, like the only, I can't say the only, but one of the few sources of light for this team's fan base is their defensive line, their edge rushers. No longer their defensive tackle because they traded him, but their defensive line is one of the best in the league. The New York Giants take Arvell Reese.
well, I mean, it's a replacement for Sexy Dexy in a
Is it though?
way.
Is he
In a
really? Yeah,
way.
he's not gonna play. He's not gonna play nose tackle, but
Yeah, but
he's a lot more versatile than
you
edge
can.
rusher, though. Like you can line him up at
Yeah, yeah.
linebacker.
I think he's listed as a linebacker, isn't he?
No, he's an edge rusher. Oh wait, they changed it. Yeah, he's a linebacker now.
Oh yeah, there he is, linebacker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even pre-draft, they said a hybrid edge off-ball linebacker. So yeah, I would expect them to use him in the off ball, unless for whatever reason they get a crazy offer for Kayvon Thibodeau or something. But just like the Titans, just a case of taking the best player available. I think the Titans could have gone with Arvo Reese for sure, but I guess they love Tate. But it's a stud player. Just like I said about David Bailey. It's like you can't go wrong picking either one of those guys. Yeah, you have a great defensive line already, but you take the best available player and you figure out where he can play after.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
But not really like I wouldn't say like crazy shockers throughout the first five picks, but Arvel Reese falling to five did surprise me. Carnell Tate went a little early. The Chiefs trading up to number six from the Cleveland Browns, that certainly shocked me.
Yeah,
But
Mansour Delana. I mean that they just got rid of
McDuffie,
McDuffie. But
yeah.
see, my brain is like all over the place today because I was gonna say McKinney, and I was like, it's not McKinney. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I keep getting like I thought I thought the other guy was Aquabenam. I was popping into my head, and I'm like, it's not Alberto. He's not. He's not a wide receiver.
Well,
But
you know what?
yeah,
That's the beauty of these live shows is that usually we're exhausted and just running on fumes, and the brain power is just dwindling. But that's what makes it funnier, I feel.
yeah, that was yeah, it was. I don't know. My brain's just popping with other names popping into my head, and I know they're not right, but I know they're close. And I'm like sitting here, like, what am I doing right now? I'm so confused. But yes, with Trent McDuffie going bye bye, they didn't really have
Hmm.
any corners, so that I think that'll turn out to be a good pick.
Yeah.
All in all,
Yeah. I mean, he's someone that I was really hoping fell to Dallas at number 12. But granted, I love who Dallas got, which we'll get to in a few picks. But this is the guy that I really wanted Dallas to get at corner. So the fact that the Chiefs got him, their defense isn't going to take that big of a hit from losing McDuffie. If anything, it just kind of resets, gives them a longer window with another lockdown corner. So
yep,
I think it was a good pick for the Chiefs, for the rest of the NFL who enjoyed for once seeing the Chiefs not make the playoffs. Don't get used to it.
yeah, good 6-11.
But I'm just glad they didn't get Jeremy. Well, no, never mind. I forgot they got Kenneth Walker for a second because early, like when Mahomes went down, I was thinking they're going to get Jeremiah Love and it's going to be over. They're going to have a 2,000-yard rusher plus Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, that didn't happen, but that was my big fear. Or if they somehow got, Carnell Tate, or they could have had Jordan Tyson. Like they could have had at six any number of wide receivers.
Yeah,
But obviously, corner was a pretty big hole for them once trading McDuffie. I can't believe that at number seven, the Washington
Sonny Styles.
Commanders got Sonny frickin' Styles, and now my Cowboys have to face him twice a year.
Yeah, and I mean that's now they're linebackers. They've got Caleb Chase on from the Patriots. They have Adafe Owe. They have Frankie Louvu. Like they're kind of building up a pretty strong defensive core.
Yeah. And they needed it because they had a lot of veterans on the defense the year they went to the conference championship, but last year the defense was just not good because they were so old and slow. But
Yeah,
now you got an absolute freak athlete manning your defense, your linebacking core. Yeah. And I can't remind me, is Bobby Wagner still on the roster? Or did he retire? I forget what's going on with Bobby Wagner, but he's the perfect guy for Sonny Styles, the perfect
yeah. I
veteran
don't know if
for
he
Sonny
is or
Styles to
not.
learn from. Let me see. Because if Bobby Wagner is still around the Commanders organization, that's huge for Sonny Styles. Yeah, the last I'm seeing, he is still on the
I
team.
gotta keep going to check,
Well,
and I just can't. I'm like, I
people,
don't know.
some people are writing them taking Sonny Styles may have forced Bobby Wagner into retirement. But I mean, I feel like at this stage of his career, Bobby Wagner, I would hope understands that he's not able to be an every down linebacker. He can make an impact still, and he can be a great veteran, a great locker room guy, but he's not an all pro middle linebacker anymore.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he was just a stud back,
he
back,
was.
back.
He was a stud. But Father Time is undefeated.
Yep.
Anyways, the Saints at number 8, Jordan Tyson out of Arizona State. Give Tyler Shuck or Spencer Rattler. You never know. I still believe
Or
in
Zach
Spencer
Wilson.
Rattler. Sure. But most likely Tyler Shuck. Give him another
Yeah.
receiver aside from Chris Olave.
And
I
Devon
like it.
Vele. Don't forget they've got Vele.
I did forget they have Devon Vele. Thank you.
They have Bub Means, even though he was
Uh,
hurt 95% of last season.
nah,
They do have Jalen Polk.
I'm gonna cut you off right there. Um,
Yeah,
no, I'm another great pick. I feel like all of these guys going in the top 10, no matter who would have taken them, you can't really say that there's any bad picks so far. All these guys have been studs. Um, Tyson reminds me a lot of last year with Tet McMillan. Big guy. Good contested ball catcher. Um, he he has kind of been limited by injuries in college, so you hope that that isn't an issue. But a guy of his talent, I'd be shocked if they let him slip, and obviously they didn't. So yeah, I think he can have a strong impact. I'm expecting a similar season to what McMillan did last year. Maybe if he does really good, can be a rookie of the year. But Mendoza's obviously going to be the favorite. Jeremiah Love's tough comp. Carnell Tate. But I could see Jordan Tyson finishing, 700-800 yards. Maybe he gets to double-digit touchdowns in his rookie year. That'd be pretty crazy. But overall, I think he'll do really well, especially with Kellen Moore as coach. I think he'll do good in New Orleans,
yeah. And I think Tyler Shuck has a high upside. I think he like
even though he
I think he
throws
is a
with a
good
noodle arm.
quarterback. What?
Even though he throws like a noodle arm.
Yeah. I mean, I thought I think he could turn into something good. I don't think he'll be like great, but like he was good with Mizzou. Like I think he'll be good.
Yeah,
And so I think putting weapons around him obviously it's not gonna hurt.
yeah, exactly. Never hurts getting a young wide receiver for a young quarterback. At 9, the Browns, who traded back because they got the Chiefs pick or traded their pick to the Chiefs. They go offensive line here. Try and protect the franchise quarterback, Shador. They,
Which franchise quarterback?
Shador Sanders, clearly.
Yeah,
And they go
is
with
it though?
they go with Spencer Fano out of Utah, who honestly, I think this is the first one where you can say maybe a little bit of a reach, just because a lot of people had the kid from Miami, Mauigoa, that offensive tackle. A lot of people had him graded as like a top 5 player in the draft, the best overall offensive lineman. So for Cleveland to have him on the board and take the kid out of Utah, it's a little surprising, but you never know. There had to be a reason that they really like this guy more than the one from Miami.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I agree. And then I mean even like Caden Proctor, like there's a lot of there's a lot of offensive linemen that have an offensive tackle that
hmm
are really good in this draft, and it's just
Yeah, I guess it's pick your
um
poison.
what?
It's like pick your poison.
Yeah, and I mean I agree. I don't know if I would have gone with
Yeah,
Fano, however you say his last name,
I just
but
think the fact that Maui Goa was there and they passed on him, I'm very curious why.
yeah.
But I'm always a
I
fan
don't
of
know. I mean,
beefing up the O line.
Utah is obviously not a good football school, but I mean, their offense. I don't recall whenever I did watch a Utah game, I don't recall their QB getting hit too much. So
Yeah, he does. he did tie for the second fastest 40-yard dash time for all offensive linemen. So he's athletic. 40-yard dash
He's just a
usually
stud,
isn't
dude.
40-yard dash usually isn't the um combine event that I most attribute to O lineman being good, but hey, he's an
If you
athlete.
need him to get downfield, dude, get downfield and block.
Fano is fluid and light on his feet.
I like that. I like
So
that.
there you go. And I guess he's got some versatility to where he could lead him to
From a
move
tight
into the
end.
interior. No, not tight end. I was gonna say to the interior O line, but sure. And speaking of Francis Mauigoa from Miami, the Giants took him at number 10, which again, I'm always a fan of beefing up the offensive line, and Jackson Dart desperately needed it.
Yes, yes. Um,
I think if
I think this is
Tyson was still
huge.
available, they would have gone with him because I do think they need a wide receiver alongside Malik Neighbors, but I do like the pick of the offensive lineman.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could have gone offensive line either way. I mean, yeah, maybe it's nah. I think they still would have gone just because like they have zero protection around Jackson Dart. So I think either way they probably would have gone Maui Goa. But yeah, I think it would have been a little more of a not a gamble, but like a little more of a thought process going into it.
Yeah. From what I hear from a couple sources, apparently if Jeremiah Love was available at 5, the Giants were prepared to take him, which I can only imagine how that would have gone, but they were
I might
gonna.
watch reconnected. Yeah, I don't think they should have, but it would have been a boneheaded New York move, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I wouldn't have loved it for him. I would have felt
They
bad
got
for Scat.
Scott is back, dude.
Hmm. But that would have been a pretty nasty, like, two-headed monster. Maybe they
I'll
would have
ask him
gone with
that.
the, yeah, ask him how he would have
I'll
felt.
ask him that when I see him. I'll be like, how would you have felt if Jeremiah Love fell to 5 and if the Giants took him?
I think they would have gone for a Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery, Sonic
He'll
and
be like,
Knuckles type of
that's a lot
punch.
of if.
Nah, I feel like I feel like there's no in between. He would either be like, "Oh, dude, it would have been effing sweet. We would have gone nuts. We would have won the freaking Super Bowl," or he would have been like, "Oh, I would have been so tight, bro. Nah, dude,
Yeah,
I would not have
yeah.
let him take my reps. Like no
And
in
then backs his
between."
head into a wall.
Yeah. Uh Anyways, at number 11, my Dallas Cowboys traded up a pick
I'll digress to you.
and they get Caleb Downs. Oh, so happy. Finally, a stud defensive player is back with the Cowboys. I've missed this since Micah was traded. And they desperately needed the secondary help. Their safety play, I don't think they've had an all pro safety since Roy Williams. I really don't remember the last good safety, like really good safety the Cowboys had. Jeff Heath had his moments. Who is the other one? Marquise Bell is all right. Like they needed a stud to help out in the secondary. And Caleb Downs is so versatile to where you can play him in the like safety linebacker mix. He can play deep. You can blitz with him. A+ pick. Well, we'll see how he actually plays on the field, but right now on paper, I am ecstatic about Caleb Downs being a Cowboy, man. For like one of the first times ever, I'm saying Jerry Jones, good job. I am proud of you.
I mean, he didn't have anything to do with the decision, did he?
I mean, he is general manager, but how
Really?
much of it
I didn't know that. Why did I
is
not know that?
why do you think they've been so garbage for the last 25 years? Because he's the general manager and he's geriatric.
Mm.
Now, granted, yes, he's
Mm.
got his son and other people in the room helping him
Uh,
make decisions, but technically, yes, Jerry Jones is the owner and the general manager of the team.
I didn't know there's a general manager.
Yeah, which is absolutely a word that I'm not going to say right now because I don't want to get canceled, but that is how idiotic it is to me that Jerry Jones is the GM and the owner. Moving on, because I'm not gonna get down because I'm happy. They got Caleb freaking Downs, man. I'm hype. They did a good thing for once. In 3 years, when they trade him away for some washed up player and a first round pick because they don't want to pay him, we'll revisit this and I'll you know be upset. But that's future Vinny's problem. At 12, you mentioned earlier, Caden Proctor, offensive tackle at Alabama. Dolphins get
Yep.
him. Uh, you know, he'll protect. Who the heck did the Dolphins get at quarterback? Please remind me. Somehow I forgot. Yeah, like I did they no because Malik Willis. Malik Willis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Malik Willis hasn't been a full-time starter since he was super young with the Titans. He has logged some
Yeah.
very good games with the Packers, but I like it getting an offensive lineman to protect his blind side. I'm assuming he'll play left tackle. Is always good. Yeah, he is a left tackle. So again, I will never, ever be against going offensive line in the draft and trying to beef up your protection. The game is won in the
In
trenches.
the
As
in the
as
first
old
round.
school,
Yeah.
yeah, as old school as it is, the game is still won in the trenches. Whoever wins the line of scrimmage, 99% of the time wins the game. So, will he be one of the better tackles in this draft class? We'll have to wait and find out. But I do like the thought process there from the Dolphins to go offensive line.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think um you said it perfectly and kind of just spaced out there for a second.
I know. You're going through it. This is where things got really weird. At number 13, the Los Angeles Rams take quarterback Ty Simpson out of Alabama. And it's weird for multiple reasons. And I'll rattle them off for you. One, Sean McVay did not want to draft Ty Simpson. He made that very clear with his reaction. He wanted another piece that could help them win a Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Ty Simpson has never met Sean McVay. That's just another, part of the whole. Sean McVay was not interested in drafting him. They never even spoke before they drafted him. Apparently, let me see if I can find the tweet so I have the names in front of me again. But the Rams general manager, whose name is escaping me, I'm trying to find the tweet, but the Rams general manager, Les Snead, has a very strong relationship with UT Martin coach Jason Simpson. And notice last name Simpson. To the point where Les Snead helped advise the Simpson family when Jason's son, Ty, from Alabama, was making a decision whether or not to declare for the draft. Now Ty Simpson is a Ram. So he got drafted by his dad's friend's team. And I will admit, when I first saw the pick, I was like, you know what? Not bad. They got who many think is the second best quarterback in the class. He can learn behind one of the best veteran quarterbacks in the NFL in Matthew Stafford for a year and sit. After this year, you assume Matthew Stafford retires, Ty Simpson steps up. I think it's a great plan. But not a lot of people feel the same way, and obviously Sean McVay being one of them.
And now hearing all this, you know, kind of makes it feel like that plan might not come to action.
Yeah. Like, what if Matthew Stafford? Well, I did see that they told Matthew Stafford before they drafted him that they were planning on it. But what if, like, I don't know, what if Sean McVay just, I don't know. I don't think Sean McVay would ever be petty enough to, like, ruin Ty Simpson's growth because that's also ruining the team's future. But
Yeah, I don't
you
think that would
have to
happen.
You have to expect that training camp is going to be a rude awakening for Ty. Like Sean McVay is going to have a very short leash on him.
Yeah. Yes. It's not the storyline you want to have when you just got drafted.
Exactly.
Like you don't want everybody talking about how your dad's friend is the one that got you to the position that you're in.
Yeah. And I don't know. They were, they were close to beating Seattle last year. Like in the regular season, they were super competitive. In the playoffs, the Rams obviously didn't have the success they would have liked, but they were a team that a lot of people thought could have made the Super Bowl. So why are you going to draft your future quarterback when you're still in your current quarterback Super Bowl window? That's the confusing part. But I don't know. And also the fact that Ty Simpson was not going at anywhere after that. I don't even think the Jets were going to take him at 16. Maybe the Jets would have taken him at like 30 when they traded back up, but they could have easily traded down and still gotten Ty Simpson and gotten extra picks in the process.
Yeah.
So it's not a very, I guess it's not a smart move by the GM. We'll see. Ty Simpson could be a great quarterback and it could work out perfectly for him. Kind of similar to how when Jordan Love got drafted by the Packers, it was the same kind of story, but he's been pretty good. But I don't know. It's just it's a head scratcher. I don't think it was the best decision. And even if he turns out great, they still could have gotten more. They could have gone about it differently if they really wanted Ty Simpson.
Oh,
But
100%. Yeah, but like I was saying, like you don't want that. Like you get drafted, you're a first round pick. You're going to a Super Bowl contending team. You're playing behind a stud quarterback, and the storyline is that your dad's friend got you the job. Like that's
I've
not
never
how you
seen
want it to.
like what is it with all like I don't know. I want to make a joke about this because I don't mean this, but what's with all the nepotism in sports lately, man? Like Bronny James getting drafted, Shador Sanders, now Ty Simpson because his dad's buddies with the Rams GM. I'm joking when I say all this. I know these guys are all stud athletes, and maybe like Bronny James is the only one that you could say would not have been drafted if his dad wasn't in the NBA. But he's
Yes,
still
I
getting
can agree with
minutes.
that. And I don't even follow the NBA anymore.
Yeah, but like he's still getting minutes. He's still a great athlete. But like it's just funny how lately you're seeing so many guys with storylines around whether it be their father or now with Ty Simpson, his father's friend. Like some of these storylines that are coming out with players lately have just been, I feel like a lot crazier than they were when we were, growing up. I feel like you never would have
Yeah.
seen a storyline about a player getting drafted because his dad is friends with a GM. When I don't know, in like the mid 2000s or 2010s. I feel like you just wouldn't see that.
Yeah, especially when you could have got protection for Stafford. Like you could have gone
Yeah.
with the crazy tackle class that there is
Yep.
in
I
this
mean, they could have
draft,
even
or
gone interior. The
the
offensive guard from Penn
yeah
State
with
went the
guard.
next pick.
Yeah, with Ioane.
Oliva Vega. I don't
What?
know
Oh,
his
you're saying
name.
his first name.
Yeah, yeah. I thought you were trying to
I
say his first name.
No, Olaya Vega. Yeah, Olaya Vega Ione.
Sure. Um,
Ioane.
we
Ioane.
apologize.
Sorry,
We
bud.
we apologize, Mister.
Yeah, sorry, guy.
Um, yeah, and I guess
We'll get you on the pod and we can figure out how to say it.
yeah. I think that's a great pick for the Ravens, especially after losing
Yeah.
their center. Um, Ruben Bain, the edge from Miami, goes to Tampa Bay. I feel like now is where we get to the part of the first round where it's like, all right, you know, is he going to make an immediate impact? Maybe, maybe
I
not.
think Ruben Bain will. He's a stud, dude.
Even with his T-Rex arms.
He's a stud, dude.
But I'm just saying, you're an edge rusher. You're trying to
Oh,
swipe away offensive lineman's hands, and you're going like this. Is he really going to be that good? Let me just
Moving
say,
on to the
let me just
16th pick,
let me just
Kenyon
say,
Sadiq.
I do think that Ruben Bain is a stud athlete and he will be a solid edge. It's just the memes when people were talking about his short arms, the memes were too funny. I had to.
Yes, yes, that is fair. That is fair.
But yeah, Kenyon
Kenyon Sadiq.
Sadiq, I love that pick.
Yeah.
That's great.
Because who was their tight end? Johnson. What's his name? Here we
The
go again with
the jet
it.
the jet. You're talking about the Jets tight end,
Yeah,
Mason Taylor.
Taylor, not Johnson. I was like
You're
Mason
probably thinking of
Johnson. I
Jawan
was like,
Johnson from
no,
the Saints.
no. I wasn't thinking of Jawan Johnson. I was thinking of Mason Johnson, who I have no idea who Mason Johnson is, but uh I knew Johnson. I tried to just say it this time, and it came out, and I was like, it's not Johnson. I was like, it's no, that
Yeah,
doesn't sound right.
he still tried.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what's going on with me today. Like I was like, yeah, Mason Johnson, and I was like, it's not Johnson. What?
Yeah, I think Mason Taylor is garbage because the one week I started him in fantasy, he got zero point 0.3 points. So I like the Jets going tight end. And also, it's just always good to have a tight end you can rely on. Tight end, I
It's
see
just
very
always
similarly
good
to
for
O
the
line.
Jets to be a part of the draft.
It is their Super Bowl.
Yes, yes. This is where
Yep,
they like where their fans can be excited about stuff.
exactly.
Until all these players turn out to be garbage in the system that they run.
Right. Forget. I was asking somebody yesterday, who do you want the Jets to take, David Bailey or Arvell Reese? And they just said, it doesn't matter because whoever the Jets take is going to be a bust, and whoever they pass on is going to go on to be generational. That's just how the Jets are. Anyways, Lions go offensive line. They take the Clemson offensive tackle, Blake Miller. Another one where,
Protect off. Protect off.
yeah, and another one where I don't know if you can call it a reach because he wasn't ranked the highest as far as offensive tackles go, but as you were saying, it's just a crazy deep offensive tackle class. A lot of these guys might
Yeah.
not be ranked the highest, but they're still all really good. Um,
Yes.
18th, the Vikings
Caleb
go.
Banks, kind of a stretch,
My Florida Gator. No, he's a stud.
kind of a reach,
He is a
kind of a
stud.
reach.
He is an absolute stud. He had some foot injury issues last year, which is why I do think it's a little bit of a reach, just because there is some injury risk. But when he's healthy, the dude is an absolute stud. I will tell you that right now. He is one of the best defensive tackles in the draft. If he can
Who's
stay
their
healthy,
offensive?
that's a big
Who's
if.
who's who's their offensive line? Because could they not have gone offensive tackle or something to try to protect whoever ends
J.
up playing
Well,
quarterback
I was
for
gonna
them?
say we don't even know if it'll be JJ.
Because like
I
JJ,
don't I don't I can't remember. Christian Darrisaw is currently listed as their left tackle. He's 26. Brian
there's all.
O'Neill, their right tackle. He's 30.
I don't even know who that guy is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they were great. They gave up 60 sacks last year, so not very great.
Yeah,
So yeah, they could have gone offensive line, but I don't know. That one is a little bit of a head scratcher. Um,
the
I mean, I
Panthers did though. Sorry, I'm just kind of trying to
yeah,
speed it up because we only got 10 minutes
you're
left.
you're right. I'm also trying to speed it up, and then it just doesn't happen. But yeah,
Monroe Freeling.
good pick. Protect Bryce Young. He certainly needs that
Yeah,
because Bryce Young
he
is their
does.
quarterback going forward. He made that clear.
Yes.
Poor Pittsburgh Steelers fans that wanted Mekhi Lemon as he was
I
literally on the
know.
phone
I
with the
know.
Steelers, and then Philly calls because they traded up with Dallas, take the USC wide receiver at 20. I mean, Dallas did get a couple extra picks back and still got a solid player at 23, but why did you help the Eagles get someone they wanted? Why would you ever?
Yeah, he's a dog, dude. He is a dog. A DAWG Oh,
Yep.
I love Makai Lemon. I think he's gonna be great. I think he's
This.
gonna do great things,
Mhm. So Steelers, we're gonna get
and
him.
especially because they're losing AJ Brown.
That does
Um,
raise the question of, yeah, maybe AJ Brown is on the way out if they just drafted and traded up for a wide receiver.
yeah, Devontae Smith. You got Jahan Dotson. I think
All
he's
right.
still in Philly.
Moving on to pick number 21. Steelers pivot from Makai Lemon after he gets taken, and they go with the offensive tackle from Arizona State, Max Ihinekor, however you pronounce that.
I think that's right.
If Aaron Rodgers comes back, certainly helpful. He needs the protection.
He's got to make it out of the tunnel first.
Yeah, he's still got to finish his ayahuasca trip or ashwagandha, whatever it is,
Ashwagandha.
ashwagandha, whatever it's called. I don't know, whatever it was.
No, I was
He's
just saying he's got to make. I mean, this was 3 years ago, but I'm just saying he's got to make it out of the tunnel. You know.
yeah. See, I thought at first you meant tunnel, like literally tunnel in the ground.
Oh no, I meant he's got to make it out of the end, like the tunnel on the
Yeah,
field on opening
yeah.
day.
The Chargers go edge rusher out of Miami, Akeem Mesidor at
Akeem
22.
Mesidor, dude, he's a dog too.
I really wish, like,
I'm surprised he fell this far.
I I do like Malachi Lawrence at 20 or at 23 for the Cowboys, but I don't know. I was shocked with the Malachi Lawrence pick just because he wasn't ranked as one of the highest edge rushers in the draft. And again, you could have had Akeem Mesidor at 20. He was there for you. So if you were going to go
Yeah,
edge rusher, why would you not pick him? Yeah, you got an extra third round pick or something, but I would have rather gone with the, better player and you didn't help the Eagles get who they want. I'm still stuck on that.
and
But I
now
do
you got to
think,
deal with Makai Lemon up against
yeah,
what?
against
Trayvon
these,
Diggs.
no, he's not even on the team anymore. He got cut against Deron Bland and his one leg.
Yo, what's crazy about Trayvon Diggs is he was like the talk of the town 2 years ago,
Well, the one year,
and
it was more than two.
when he
Well, it
when
was
they
it was
led
like
this or
4 years
3 years ago,
ago.
whatever it was, when he led the season in
Yep,
interceptions,
out
and
of
then
nowhere.
people started to realize that he was either getting an interception or jumping a route and getting dusted.
Yeah, and once he stopped getting interceptions, it stopped being good.
He got cut.
Yeah,
That is
he got cut, and
crazy.
then he signed with the Packers, and then didn't even play in their playoff game.
I didn't even know that.
Hmm
I
He
haven't
mi- I, well
followed Trayvon Diggs's
he might
career,
have
so
played in the game, but I don't. He didn't do very well.
um,
Uh, yeah,
to
so
24 though, another wide receiver,
KC
Casey Concepcion.
Concepcion.
Um, I don't know much about this kid to be honest with you.
I didn't watch much of Texas A&M. He's small. He's 5'11", but he's got to be quick. Um,
Yeah, he's got to have wheels. Put him in the slot.
he had some drop issues last season, apparently 10.3% drop rate. But let's see, he makes up for it by turning design touches in the backfield and screen game into explosive gains. So he's a yard after catch kind of guy.
Yeah, he's a yak. He racks up the
Hmm
yak.
Yep, racks up the yak. The Chicago Bears at 25 take Dylan Teenman, the safety from Oregon, who a
I
lot of people were very
saw,
high on.
yeah, and I saw a lot of videos of Bears fans being like, "Don't even care. We're a good team now. I'm just sitting back and I'm happy we're drafting late."
I mean, fair enough. With
Yeah,
how many years they were picking top five and
and they were
then
like,
they
"Hey,
had to get it right.
it's the first draft in a long time. We're not taking a quarterback."
Yeah, that is true. Texans trade up to 26, like we talked about earlier. Overpaid a little bit to trade up 2 spots. They go offensive guard Kalen Rutledge from Georgia Tech. I don't know how much that's going to help CJ Stroud. It'll help a little bit, but will CJ Stroud remember how to
I
play
think they're trying to
quarterback is
get,
the real question.
yeah, they're trying to get him back to his rookie season.
27, the Dolphins go with a corner out of San Diego State, Chris Johnson. Your Patriots at 28 traded up with the Buffalo Bills offensive
Caleb
tackle
Lowe.
out of Utah.
Yes, I
So
like
2 years
it.
in a row taking an
Uh,
offensive tackle.
yeah, I think Will Campbell kind of struggled in the playoffs, and
Yeah.
so it couldn't hurt to have somebody else there. And then Morgan Moses is like 8,000 years old,
Yeah,
so
they did need to fix that.
like you don't know. I mean, and then you got like, I mean that's interior, but like yeah, Morgan Moses is I don't know. I feel like he's like my great grandfather. Like he's just been around for 85 years. Like so I think it's not good. It's not good. It's not bad to have somebody else um
Yeah.
come in. And I don't mind the pick at all. I don't mind the pick at all. You know, would it have been cool to get like Omar Cooper? Yes. That would
Hmm.
have been pretty cool. But no, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it.
All
We
right.
got we got we got Kayshawn Booty and Pop Douglas,
And maybe soon AJ Brown.
maybe AJ Brown.
Last couple here before we wrap up. At 29, the Chiefs take Peter Woods, defensive tackle out of Clemson. He'll be good
Surprised
next to
they
Chris
didn't take
Jones.
Omar Cooper.
Yeah. Yeah, he was right there for him. Omar Cooper
Yeah.
went 30 to the New York Jets, which is why a lot of people are saying the Jets had one of the best rounds in the
Yeah, I'm
NFL.
surprised
Got
he fell this
three,
far.
yeah, got three really solid players. He was the fifth ranked overall wide receiver in the pre-draft analysis. 31, the Titans go edge rusher, Keldrick Falk out of Auburn. I was surprised the Cowboys didn't take him if they were going to go edge rusher at 23, but um, I don't know. I'm surprised he fell this far, but I think it's a good pick for the Titans. And
And then the
then
Seahawks, they
yeah,
take Jeremiah Love's backup.
yeah, Jadarian Price, which honestly, great pick for them. You know, replaces Kenneth Walker
Yeah,
Jr. or
replacing
the
Kenneth
third.
Walker.
And a lot of people had Jadarian, yeah, Jadarian Price ranked as far as pre-draft ranking goes. A lot of people had him as the second best running back just behind Jeremiah Love, even though they were both on the same team.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I
he
think
did get a lot of touches.
he
Like,
was ranked the second overall running back in the class.
yeah, he did get a lot of touches, and he did get a lot of like. It's not like it was kind of like it was like Detroit. It was like with Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's a great pick for them. Um, yeah, gonna. Well, I mean, like we'll see what he does his rookie year, but definitely,
They got Zach
I think
Charbonnet still, right? I'm
yeah,
not.
they still have Charbonnet, so it's not like he's expected to do everything. Um, yeah, I think that's a great pickup. He won't do Kenneth Walker numbers right away, but whenever you can go younger at running back, it's almost always a win.
Yeah, because like think about running backs that are old, and what happened to them. James
Hmm.
Conner, Nick Chubb,
Yeah, Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon. Yeah, I never thought Joe Mixon was great, but that's just my
Yeah,
personal
yeah.
opinion.
I thought he was good in Cincinnati. Anyways,
That's just
that's the
my
NFL
personal
draft.
on it.
Yeah.
That's the NFL draft. First, that's all 7 rounds of the NFL draft
Yep.
right there for you.
That
If
is
you
the
want full
entire draft.
analysis,
Well, by
heck
Tuesday,
yeah.
when we're back at 11 a.m., we'll have the rest of the draft completed, rounds 2 through 7, which we'll dive in, maybe more specifically on our teams. We're not going to go through however many picks. I forget who Mr. Irrelevant is, but however many picks there are. We're not going to go through all of them.
256, isn't it?
There you go. We're not going to go through all 256, but we'll go through the important ones and catch you up on.
257?
There you go. I thought it ended in a 7.
No. Why
Well,
does
it's
the seventh round have 41 picks?
yeah. I don't get that.
And the sixth round has 35.
Okay, we're not getting into this right now. We'll get into it on Tuesday. We'll catch you up on the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs, Premier League, MLB, all that great stuff on the Regular Fan Show with your favorite regular fans.
Yeah, why do only the first 2 rounds have 32 picks?
All
What?
right, all right. We'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll catch you Tuesday at 11 a.m. Check us out on social media, The Regular Fan Show. Check out the Locker Room Sports Media, Locker Room SM on all social media. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Catch you in the next one. Peace.